Hey guys, welcome to the Something About Tuesdays podcast. I'm your host, Phebe Joi. Join me every other Tuesday for a lighthearted podcast to keep you company while you do your thing. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 11 of Something About Tuesdays. I'm your host, Phebe Joi, and hey, welcome and thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our last episode with my dad. I appreciate all the positive feedback and wonderful things you guys had to say. This is my lovely reminder that if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and get on Apple Podcast or Spotify and listen to the episode. Leave a 5-star review. Thank you to those who have. I love the comments that are on there. I love whenever I do get a new 5-star. It makes me feel good. So if you get a chance, please pop on there however you listen and leave a comment. Let me know how it's going. Follow me on Instagram. It's just Something About Tuesdays, and leave some feedback on there. And thank you to those who've already done it. So as I said last time, we kind of did, part one was the interview with my dad. We didn't get through all the questions, but that's okay because we ended up talking about how dad got saved and just his amazing story there, and that was fun. And dad and I did take a break, and we came back and we recorded the music segment that is going to be on today's episode. And I decided to go ahead and tag it into this one instead of connecting it to the last one because it is lengthy, but like a good lengthy. My episodes haven't gone over an hour quite yet. Well, my mom one did, but that's okay. Like I've always, for the beginning I said I want to do an hour and a half, and I do, but I do think an hour right now has been pretty good as far as with my listens and my plays. So thank you guys. I did have a couple friends who were like, go longer. We'll see. But I did want to, also bring dad to another episode. And so we went ahead and split it up and put him on this one, but you'll still get plenty of dad this episode. I'm going to, just kind of run through a couple of things that I had in my notes that I thought about, and then I'll bring dad right to you guys. So let's go ahead. So this past week or so, I was thinking about life hacks, right? And I have one life hack. I know I say hacks like I have a bunch of them. No, I have one that I thought about, which it's my own personal life hack, and I have to remind myself to do it, and I have to make myself do it. And that is to put things in your car when you think about it. Right? Like if you have something that you need to take to work the next day, or if you're like, oh, I want to remember to give that book back, or I want to remember to give those dishes back, go ahead and when you think of it, just go ahead and stick it in your car. Just put it there. Because so many times, and I know I'm not alone in this, I have thought about and been like, okay, all right, tomorrow morning, I'll remember to grab that and put it in there. Oh, I'll remember to grab the extra bag I need for work and put it in there. I'll remember to get my gym clothes and throw it in there. I'll remember everything I'm supposed to do. And come morning, you guys, I'm rushing. I'm always like, oh, gotta grab this, that. And then I just remember the essentials when I do remember those. And then I'm out. And then of course, like halfway to work, that's when I remember, oh yeah, I was supposed to grab that bag. I was supposed to return that dish. And so life hack, when you think of it, put it in your car. And so I've been doing that. I've been trying to definitely practice to make sure, as soon as I think of it, especially if it's the night before, just whatever I'm doing, just stop what I'm doing really quick, run and get the thing and throw it in my car, because it's much better to just already have it in my car than to, the next day believe that I'm going to remember and then not remember at all. And even that's I've had a moment when I was like, okay, well, I'm going to come back home. I'll grab it then, and then I'll go no, y'all, that doesn't work either. Because it's just more convenient to already have it in your car so you don't have to make that extra trip if you don't need to. I know this, some of you guys, you're already thinking well, duh, Phoebe. We do this all the time. This is not new to us. But it is a relatively new skill that I am practicing of putting things in my car when I think about them to already have them ready for whatever it is that I need it for. So if you are a friend like me And the struggle is real, remembering things and putting things where they're supposed to be. Just do it when you think about it, because you will forget, and then you'll thank yourself later. So that's my little life hack. If you guys have any life hacks, please let me know. I love little things like that. I say little things, like I said, for most people it's common sense, but sometimes I just have to think about it. It's kind of funny because it reminds me, one of my fave teacher friends, I love having her in my life because she very quickly can see like the simplest solution. And I'm gonna give you guys a story, and please do not judge me based on the story, but it completely kind of like just shows how sometimes I'm so big pictured, and that I don't think about just the little simple ways of getting things done. And so, like in the classroom, there's whiteboards, and there's just, the board with the tray underneath it where you would put your markers and things like that, just all of those things. Well, I had a yardstick that I had leaned against the wall, and it was sort of behind some things, behind I think our Chromebook cart or something, and it would always fall. And I would just pick it up, put it back against the wall, and it would just fall. And I would just kind of continue that cycle. Well, then my teacher friend came in, and she saw me continuing to do this. And she was like, why don't we just put it here on top of the tray where the chalk would go? Let's just stick it there. You guys. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I could do that. And you guys, I stuck it there. There was no reason for me not to have it there, other than in my brain, I guess I was like, okay, that's for the dry erase markers. I say chalk, but that dry erase board, that's for the dry erase markers. Like, I guess somewhere in my subconscious was like, you can't put the yardstick on there. That's for dry erase markers. Now, were any dry erase markers on that tray? No. Was I using it to hold up anything else? No. But did my brain say, hey, instead of picking up this yardstick or this meter stick, I think it was yardstick, 10 million times and setting it up against the wall again, why don't we just stick it on this tray? So when I say, if you have life hacks, I mean the simple stuff. Feel free to give them to me, because sometimes I really don't think about the simple things. It's like my brain will go in overdrive and just kind of think about things in a more complicated sense, that the simplest solution right in front of me does not always click. And when it does, I get so excited. So please feel free to leave those. I won't be offended. It's fine. I have other skills and gifts in other areas. So please, if your gift and skill is life hacks, send them my way. Just let me know. So this actually ties in pretty close to life hacks. I was driving the other day, and I realized I don't know the best way to defrost my windows. Okay. And I say this because I know to click the defrost button, but I don't know whether the air needs to be hot or cold, because I just play with it. I just turn it on, and then I'll turn the air up, I'll turn it down, I'll turn it off. This happened probably 2 nights now in this past week, where it started fogging up, and no matter what I clicked, I don't know what combination I had, but it did not seem to work. It would work for a second, and then it would get foggy again, and I have no idea why. That is one thing I have not figured out. So if you have a life hack, please go ahead, jump on Instagram, leave me a message, find me. If you're a friend, text me. For real. It's kind of funny. I don't know the best way to defrost my windows. I know, in the winter time, okay, yes, you push the defrost in the heat, but in the summer, I think it's the cold air. I have no idea. I haven't figured that out, but that's connected to my life hacks. If you guys have a life hack, then please, let me know. Any of your life hacks, especially when it comes to defrosting things and stuff like that. And so kind of this past week, another thing that I've noticed with my mom, and really with some other people, is how amazing it is to have grace under pressure. And I say that because I try to stay calm in most events, try to keep my emotions regulated, all those things that you should know how to do and in practice. But there are times where things just happen, particularly things that are out of your control that just frustrate you. And you think, why? Like, why? Why does this have to happen? I know one time, and this connects to the story I'm about to tell. I was, you guys know, whenever I have to go somewhere, I pretty much wait till the last minute to like very quickly rush and get there. And so I was on my way to one of my gym classes, and I get to the garage, and the garage door, was it the garage door? Yeah, this happened twice, you guys. One was the garage door and one was my car not starting, but the garage door just wouldn't open, and because our power had went out. And I mean, I was panicked. I was like, I don't know what to do. How do I lift this thing? And I couldn't find the lever to lift the garage door. And when I say I like leave to get right on time, I mean, I was like, I don't have a minute to spare. I don't have 5 minutes to find this garage door opener and to manually open this garage. Like, how am I going to do this? And I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I can't get out of the garage. I don't know what to do. Where's the lever? And she, look for this, look for that. And then there's these locks at the bottom. And I was just kind of freaking out just a little bit and getting frustrated and getting annoyed and just overwhelmed. I did get out, it literally maybe took 5-10 minutes max, but I was just like my whole day was thrown off. I was like, I'm going to be late for this class and I'm not going to be able to log in and it's going to count as a no-show and da-da-da-da. And I was just so frustrated. And it really wasn't a big deal. I mean, it's the class, and honestly, I don't even think they count the no-shows against you, but it was just the idea of it, the principle of it. And I was so upset and just so frustrated. And I just remember that feeling. Well, my mom recently had a situation that was very similar to that, where she was heading to a doctor's appointment and her car didn't start. And so she calls me. She's like, hey, my car's not starting. I have a doctor's appointment, in about 20-30 minutes. I'm not sure why, but, I'm just letting you know. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to, drive over there real quick. I don't live too far from Mom, like maybe 10 minutes or so. And I said, okay, I'm gonna come over there. My husband said I can go over there. It might be the battery. I'll try to jump it. And I was like, okay, great. But now I'm panicked because I know that feeling. I recognize that feeling of when things don't go your way and unexpectedly, when things kind of pop up and mess things up. And so I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to go help. I need to go help. And I don't know that I can, but I'm feeling panicky at this point. And so I race over to Mom's and I get there and she's looking pretty chill. And I was like, okay, Mom, I'm ready. I can take you to your appointment. You'll only be a few minutes late. Like, let's do this. And she's like, okay, let's do it. Got in the car. She wasn't rushing. I don't think she was taking her time, but she just seemed a lot calmer and cool and collected more than I would have in the moment. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe she's not too worried. Maybe she called the doctors and let them know, she'll be a few minutes late and it's okay. Because y'all, I do have a story in between that. One time I showed up to a doctor's appointment 15 minutes late, and it was because I had driven all the way. I had driven 2 hours from where I was going to college, and my doctor's appointment was back home. So I drove that 2 hours back home, and I was 15 minutes late, traffic, whatever. I left right on time to get there, and they canceled it. I got there, and I was like, you all, I drove 2 hours to get here. I'm sorry I'm late. And they're like, we're sorry. You're 15 minutes late. We can't take you. Y'all, I was so hurt. I was so mad. I was like, are you serious? I don't know if doctors are still that serious because that was probably, oh man, over 10 years ago now. But I was so hurt. And I was like, are you serious? Because honestly, I could have checked in 20 minutes ago and the doctor wouldn't have seen me for another 30 minutes. So don't start that with me. But they refused to see me. And I had to reschedule for like a couple months out. Y'all, I was so mad, so mad. But anywho, so once again, I connected to like, you don't want to be late to your doctor's appointment. But Mom was still pretty chill. So we get there. I get her there. She goes in. She checks in fine. I like run in to make sure that they're not giving her any mess that I had gotten from a different doctor. It wasn't the same people. And she was just chill. She was like, okay. Well, throughout all this, I also had to take my cat to the vet. And this is why I say, go ahead and grab the things you need. Because I thought about, I'll drive back home, pick up the cat, and then drop him off and pick up Mom. I was like, I can do this. And she was like, no, just bring your cat with you. That, when you think about it, go ahead and take it with you. Save yourself that trip. And so he was with me in the car, and I was like, okay, Mom, I can maybe stay here with you. But I don't, doctor's visits are usually long. I can go quickly drop him off his appointment and come back in time. And she's like, yeah, go ahead and do that. And I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. Like, take him to his appointment. It'll probably be a while. And so I go to his appointment, which is about 30 minutes away. So I go, and I tell you what, not 5 minutes into his appointment, I don't even know. And not only like 5 minutes into walking in for his appointment, I hadn't even checked in yet. My mom texted me and she was like, hey, I've actually already seen the doctor. He saw me right away. We got everything figured out and worked out. It's all good. I'm ready to be picked up whenever you're ready. And once again, my heart sank because I was like, oh my goodness, I just got here. I haven't even checked in yet. I'm still 30 minutes away. So however long it takes for me to check in, there's that time. And then, then I have to drive 30 minutes back to get mom. And so I felt terrible because I was like, it's at least going to be 45 minutes before I see mom. And I'm sure she doesn't want to wait in the doctor's office that long in the waiting room. And I'm just like, my anxiety, because I was like, if I was her, I would be freaking out right now, or I'd be upset, like, man, like, ugh, I made the wrong decision. I should have just had her stay, or I'd be beating myself up, because I don't know, whatever reason, thinking I could have predicted it all or whatever. But she was just like, okay, that's fine. Just let me know when you get here. And I was like, are you serious? Like, how can you be so calm and so chill and so full of grace for yourself, for me, for the situation, for all of it, and just be okay? And it was a long time. Like, I did not get checked in they didn't take my cat back for like another 30 minutes at least. And then, after that, I was like, Mom, I'm on my way. She's like, okay, great. I'll be here when you get here. It's fine. And so I drove and I got there, and, I anticipated, like, is she going to be frazzled? Is she going to be okay? And she was perfectly fine. I pick her up, I was like, did you wait in there the whole time? She's like, yeah, it was fine. And she was just chill. And I took her back to the house. We figured out the car thing. She needed a battery, all these things. But throughout the entire morning, Mom she didn't crack. And if she did, I didn't see it, and that really showed me something, that some people have this amazing grace under pressure. And I was like, man, I want to be like that. I want to have that skill of some things are out of your control. She didn't know that her car would not start that next morning, that she would be late, that her doctor actually wouldn't take long. She didn't know these things, but she went with the flow and she kept grace, and she didn't blame anyone. She didn't blame herself, because that's something that I know that I sometimes will do, is I'll blame myself for things and be like, you should have known better. You know what? One of the best things I heard, I think I read it somewhere, but it said that, you do the best you can with the knowledge that you have, right? And you think back in the past, like, oh, I wish I would have did it differently. But you didn't know then what you know now, right? So you can't think that way because you don't know the outcome. You don't know that your doctor appointment wouldn't have taken as long. You didn't know those things. You didn't know what you know now, but you did your best with the information you had at that point in time, with the knowledge that you had, with the character that you had, with who you were. You did the best you could then. And so you can, that's all you can do. And so to kind of help with that future regret, do the best you can in every moment, just kind of be the best person you can be with the information that you have, and then let it go. Let grace take over from there. Let peace, you can't control everything. So, don't try. Just control you and how you're going to do about it, how you're going to feel about it. Because guess what? If Mom would have panicked the whole time, it wouldn't have changed a single thing, right? And so she taught me a lesson there, and I just kind of wanted to share that with you all because I just thought it was really awesome. And one last thing. So before I go into my music segment with Dad, I'm going to go ahead and touch on a music thing and then let it rip with my dad, which you guys are going to love. But so I was in my car. You guys know, as I frequently think in my car. And I had something that made me think about the Phantom of the Opera. And probably because you guys, you're going to have to hear about this trip that I just went on. I think that'll be the next episode. But this was before the trip, and I had thought about Phantom of the Opera and how I love the soundtrack. And so I was like, does anybody have a soundtrack that literally you can listen to the soundtrack and picture like the movie or picture everything that's going on just from that soundtrack. Like I really really love the movie Phantom of the Opera. I love the opera. I've seen it a few times now. I love the music of it. I just love like everything about it. It's so great. I just love the overture. You guys don't get me started because I can go to town on Phantom of the Opera. But what I really like about it is when I listen to the soundtrack in my car, it's almost like I'm watching the movie because I can picture like everything that's going on. I can picture how they're singing it. I can picture their costumes. I can picture them moving. And it's so much fun. I remember one time I went to go visit my grandma and she had lived about 5 hours away. And I listened to the Phantom of the Opera soundtrack maybe like 3 times in a row. But it kept me so entertained because it was almost like I was watching it. Like I could just picture it all in my head. I would sing along with all the songs and everything. Of course, I had my favorite ones and the ones that I would skip over. But honestly, I just was throwing it out there. I didn't know if there was a soundtrack that like does it for you, that you can sing all the lyrics, you can sing all the words, you can picture everything in your head, all the music, everything that's happening in the movie. That's just kind of, I don't know, just a fun thing. And so I wanted to throw that out there and throw it out there to see what kind of maybe soundtracks or music you guys like to listen to. But like I said, I'm definitely going to have to touch on my Phantom of the Opera experiences in this next episode, especially when I go over a lot more awesome and fun things that happened in the last couple of weeks. But I do want to go ahead and jump into the official music segment of this episode. Is with my dad, and we are covering, Christian artists, ranking them, the top 30 Christian artists from the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. So I am so excited to bring that to you. Once again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the support that you've given for the podcast and for my dad's episode and my mom's episode. I mean, you guys blew my mind on that. So thank you all so much, and I hope you enjoy this next music segment with my dad. Okay, so I'm back with Dad. We're here for a special music segment. This is special because my dad loves to rank things, and I think it's one of his just his hobbies, a habit, something he likes to do. And a long time ago, Dad created a list of your top, is it 20 or 25?
It's top 20, but then there's like 5 more that probably may change, but yeah, it's so all together be top 25.
Top 25?
Or really top 30.
Okay, possibly top 30. And I want to kind of give a caveat to this that, so most of these Christian artists, so the title of Dad's list here is top ranked Christian groups or individuals in order from the history of Christian music. But I have to say, Dad, that this is probably from the history of music like 2000s and back. Because I don't know that you have any new artists on here from like 2010s and above. So this is for kind of the OGs who've been around probably what, 80s, 90s, early 2000s is kind of this list, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So if there's a new artist that like just came out or came out in the last 10 years or so, you probably won't see them on this list. But for us OGs who were listening to Christian music back in the day, at least in the 90s, 2000s, and even before then, you're going to recognize some of these. So, okay, Dad, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and if you can, however you want to start. If you want to start from the bottom and go up, and you have your reasons, and we'll go through it and see what we think.
I don't know. Do you want to start from the bottom and go like start from 30 and then go up to number 1, or would you want to start from number 1 and go down to 30?
Let's start from the bottom and go up. Leave your number 1 as a surprise.
Oh, me. Okay.
And I'll let you know if I agree.
First of all, this is just strictly opinion.
Right.
This is not, there's no research behind this. There's no scientific study.
This is all anecdotal.
This is just, me just all of a sudden coming up with a list of Christian groups and artists that, I think are starting from, I guess, all the way down from the 30th person all the way up to I think the number 1 Christian artist. Mm-hmm. So, as far as music is concerned. And so 30 I actually had as a sort of a small exercise and because I just have the number of blanks in number 30, and I can't count all those at the moment. But it was the mystery person for number 30. We had a little game that we played when I first went over this list. But number 30 actually is Rebecca St. James.
Okay. I remember her.
And
she's the sister of For King and Country, right?
That's correct.
Okay. That's my connection. Okay.
And yeah, For King and Country, yeah, they're awesome. But I had her as an exercise. She's number 30. Number 29 was Natalie Grant. Mm-hmm. And I usually offer also a reason why I ranked them this way. Mm-hmm. And the reason I ranked her at 29th was she has a great soprano voice.
That she does. I would agree with that statement. Mm-hmm.
Number 28 was 10th Avenue North. And you'd be surprised, how many good songs they have.
What songs have they? I know their band name.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any songs off the top of my head.
Let me see. Give me a moment. Let me see if
10th Avenue North.
10th Avenue
and
North.
Your reasoning you have is because they're underrated.
Yeah. I did write down a couple of the songs that they sang, and one was called I'm Worn. Another was You Are More Than the Sum of Your Past Mistakes, and I don't know if that's the title.
I remember
of the
that song. Yeah, I think that's the words in the
song.
That's
the words.
Know if that's the title. But yeah.
I'm sure it's a different title, but those are some of the words. And then I Have This Hope, and again, that might not be the title of the song, but it says, I have this hope in the midst of, I don't know, but
I think I know what you're talking about.
And and those were just some of the songs that they had. So they got a plethora of songs out that are good songs, but you don't hear them getting the hype that I think they deserve. So, but I have them listed as 28. Mm-hmm. Okay, now let me get back to where's my list here. Should be. Where'd it go? Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, number 27 was Jeremy Camp. And, there are probably some that would probably rank him a little higher. But if you look at my reasoning, I think it fits him well. What do I have down there for a reason?
You have his most meaningful song. He has the most meaningful songs. I can see that though.
You can?
I can, yeah. I know he was popping there for a little while. I remember all the girls were like, Jeremy Camp, for a little while. And I think he went through stuff with his wife, was it?
Yeah, his wife passed away.
So I know he probably could write some good stuff from there.
Yeah, but if you really listen to his lyrics, they have meaning. A lot of them have real deep meanings, and so that's the reason I have him, ranked 27. Now 26, probably a surprise, Matthew West. Mm-hmm. And what reason do I have that?
You had Powerful Surge the last couple of years.
And of course, this list came out about 5 years ago. I made this list about 6 years ago now, but at that time, Matthew West had really came out powerful, and I forget the name of the couple of songs that he came out with.
He has some good ones.
But so he had a good surge there. And then number 25. Now this group been around for a while.
They have.
And that's the Newsboys. And what reason?
Good. Oh, I don't know. I can't read what you wrote. Something time.
Good for a long time.
Good for a long time. Okay, good for a long time. Which I can see that because they've been around forever, and I still like some of their songs. Like I've listened to a couple of them. They had a good little stint, I think, in the 2010s. I feel like I listened
they're
to
still around.
Their stuff was kind of popping then too.
Yeah, I mean that Michael Tate, I think, is that the name?
I think he's the newest one.
He's still making good songs. Then number 24 is is, I think this is one of your favorites.
Need to Breathe.
And the reason?
Love that down home style. Now look, so here's where I'm starting to get opinionated because I almost feel like Newsboys should go above Need to Breathe. I do like Need to Breathe. I do like their like the like sound.
Daddy was a preacher.
Yeah, exactly.
She was his wife. Oh man!
So I do like that. They have the more unique sound.
Just sit on the back porch with your guitar.
With the guitar, and the back porch. I don't know. I was taking them above Newsboys, but they're good. That's fine. We can keep going.
That's fine. Like
they
I said,
do have a down home style.
It's just opinion. At 22, and a lot of people disagree with
You're
this.
23.
Oh, I'm sorry, 23. Oh, yeah, Unspoken.
What? Did you do that on purpose?
I wish I did. That would have been nice.
So I'm laughing because Dad's reason for them is the most overlooked. And I'm like, you just overlooked them.
There you go.
That's funny. Okay, and they're Unspoken, the group Unspoken.
And I mean, if you really listen to Unspoken, they're very talented, a lot of talent. And that last hit that they had, I think is, oh my goodness, and it was number one on a lot of Christian radios for a while.
Which one?
And it, what is it?
Was it Reason?
Reason, yeah, Reason.
Okay.
Yeah, His Love is the Reason.
Okay, yes. Yeah, that one was on the radio for a while.
I mean, and that's number one.
Yeah.
Especially on the radio station I was listening to. But so they're overlooked.
Yeah, I can see it.
The number 22. Toby Mac.
Toby Mac.
And the reason?
He should almost be a little bit higher, I feel like, but we'll see. You said Living Legend, which he is though.
Yeah, he's again pushing 60. I think
and he's getting older. I don't know if he's 60.
50.
Okay.
I know he's
maybe he might be in his 50s.
He's in his 50s. I know he's in his 50s.
Then, yeah, and he still makes good,
great
relevant stuff.
Yes.
That people still listen to. This is years later.
Yes.
Like he originally 90s.
In the 90s, he started with DC
Talk. Yeah. He's still around. Go ahead, Toby.
All right, number 21.
Lauren Daigle.
And again, when you look back in 2017, if you look at my reason.
Killed it last year. Yes. I mean,
killed it.
She had her good 15 minutes of fame. She did. She had How Can It Be? And what's the first?
You Say.
You Say? Yeah, You Say.
She had. But a lot of people, and there's only one song that she made I think is better than this one, because the first time I ever heard her was when she sang the song First. I think maybe there's only one other song that she sang and tops that one. I mean, when you listen to, in fact, just listened to First just last week, and I was like, man, that song is cool.
He's like, it's still good.
As you can see, God forgot to give me any lungs. But anyhow, but yeah, she killed it then. I mean, she's beginning to fade a little bit, but I think she's still kind of going strong. Now, getting into the top 20 now, this is because those were just a kind of a recreation groups and singers. Now, when you read this top 20, you might not recognize some of them, but these folks were really hot back in their day.
Okay.
And of course, everyone knows these two here. Not everyone, but if you have if you was back in the day, anytime from the 80s on up, you would love these two. And I put them as a draw. Both of them at number 20. And that's Shirley Caesar and CeCe Winans.
But see, CeCe has had a comeback lately.
Yeah.
I mean, at church we've sang 3 of her songs in the last year. And once she made, or I guess, I don't know if she made it. She might have covered it. But Goodness of God and Believe for it. And Never Lost, all her covers. And And her original stuff, she's been popping lately.
She has. So she definitely would pass Shirley Caesar in that sense. But Shirley Caesar was
But Shirley Caesar is I feel like a staple.
Yeah.
Like she is legendary.
Legendary, yeah.
Yeah.
So I couldn't put one of them above the other, so I just put them both at 20. Then number 19, you Southern gospel people would love it.
The Kingsmen.
The Kingsmen.
I don't even know who
Don't
those
even know
are.
who they are. Oh, well. Anyhow. Well, but look at what I got for a reason.
Greatest Southern gospel.
And the old timers, yeah, they would come up and shake my hand, hug my neck. All those old timers, yes, they would.
Yeah, because they like that one.
Yeah, because that's the greatest Southern gospel there. And then number 18.
Brian Duncan.
Reason?
Perfect for road trips.
If you're on the road, man, you can listen to him. Like you can drive for 8 hours, and it wouldn't seem like 8 hours. Listen, if you had Brian Duncan, songs on there.
Now he's the one who did Blue Skies, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. And then Yes I Can. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So then those are good road trip songs.
And then number 17. People have forgotten them because they've faded now, but but like I said, this list was given 6 years ago, and plus, of course, these artists are kind of older, and that's New Song.
New Song, I remember them.
Yeah, you were younger, but look at that Reason though.
Greatest harmony for brass, percussion, strings, and voice.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They put it all together.
Brass.
Yes. Yeah, they got all the instruments and voices. They're greatest for that. And actually, that's a gift. All right, number 16.
I don't know who Steve Green is.
Steve Green, he was very versatile. And again, he was more popular in the 80s and 90s. Since you don't know him, again, he's somewhat of a legend. And look at the Reason, though.
Great singer. Great for the kids.
Great for the kids.
Go.
If you can minister to children, you're great regardless. Then number 15.
Okay.
Now we get
so we have Casting Crowns.
And look at the reason why they're 15.
I see that. Overshadowed by Mercy Me, but more good songs. And see, because I like Mercy Me more than Casting Crowns.
No, me too.
I mean, but Casting Crowns have great songs.
They do.
Their songs, their words are really meaningful as well.
They are.
They have some good.
They have good meaningful songs.
Right.
And
they're yeah.
And so notice I put them ahead of Jeremy Camp. But but Mercy Me, they are overshadowed by Mercy.
They are overshadowed by Mercy Me.
Okay, Crystal Lewis, number 14. Reason?
Most soulful white singer.
No race, no race intended.
Yes, but she is. Crystal Lewis does have a soulful voice. Mm-hmm. She was on the song with Kirk Franklin, "Lean on Me." If y'all haven't heard it. Go listen to it. But if you listen to music at all in the 90s and 2000s, then you know Lean on Me. And yeah, Crystal was on that one. Great song. Mm-hmm.
Number 13.
For King and Country.
And the reason?
Because you may never get tired of them.
They have a uniqueness.
They do.
That
they do.
It's just unmatchable. That it's just timeless. You can listen to like 20 songs of them back to back, and it won't even sound the same. I mean,
right.
it won't be nothing redundant, but you can see that's their style.
But it's still them.
It's them.
Yeah.
But you can just listen and you just won't get tired of it.
Right. It's unique to them, and they have a lot of good catchy songs, good upbeat songs. I think that's kind of their niche is those kind of upbeat good songs, because they've got a lot of good ones.
And the first time I ever heard them, I think it was back in I guess it was 2011 or something, like when they had "Fix My Eyes."
Fix My Eyes.
On
yes,
you,
good
on
one.
You. Yeah,
I like Fix My Eyes. I liked the I think their like breakout song, the one where everybody went crazy over, was the Love one. like, let my light be the truth, and then they said the
Let
scripture
my-
in like the middle of it or the beginning of it, if I speak with the words of angels or something, and then they went into, I think that was like their big breakout song, and then but they kept it up because they still had good ones even after that.
And I can't for the life of me how you don't like the best song they ever sung. I mean, you like it, but you don't like it a lot.
I bet you I know which one you're talking about. Which one?
Guess.
Is it the Forgive Me one?
No.
Well, then which one is it? I probably like it. That's the only one that I'm like, what in the world? I mean, not in like a bad way, but
It's the how'd it go? Mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. I see you dressed in
Oh
white.
yeah. That's just not my favorite song of theirs. It's
That's-
okay.
That's
I know
their best.
it really. I think they have a whole
song.
movie actually based off that song. It's okay to me.
See, you don't know good songs. That's the best one they ever made.
That's not the best one.
Yes, that's the best song they ever made. I see you dressed in white.
Yeah.
Every wrong man.
Priceless.
Priceless.
Priceless. Yeah. It's fine.
That's their best. That's the best song they ever made.
It's a good one. It's fine.
All right, number where we at?
12.
Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's going to be hard to argue with all of these.
Yeah, and Stephen Curtis Chapman, he's still got it.
And the reason?
Magnificent at times. Not all the time, but when he is on it,
he's magnificent.
Yeah, he had some good hits. Some good
And
bops
of course,
back in the day.
Pastor always, preaches it. What is it? My magnificent obsession. Yeah, that's Steve Curtis Chapman.
Yeah.
Then number 11.
Now this is funny, Dad. Chris Rice, best unique songs.
Yeah, Chris Rice.
Or Christendom, is that what you say?
Best unique songs in Christendom.
In Christendom. Okay, I was like, what is that word? Chris Rice. Dad, I don't know that you can put him above, like, for King and Country or Casting Crowns. You're going to have to stick him down a little bit. Like, yes, he has some unique songs that were fun, but you
remember the cartoon song?
I do. I do remember the cartoon
and there
song.
is no song better than I'm smelling coffee, birds are singing just outside.
Yes.
Unique, very unique. Now King and Country got unique song, but you can't beat those.
But yes, they beat those. They beat those. I mean, those are good. They're funny. They're fun.
Yeah.
But you gotta stick him down some.
Okay. Well,
put him after Casting Crowns.
Yeah.
Move everybody else up and stick
I can
him
go along with
right
that.
down.
Yeah, I can go along with that.
All right.
Yeah. And then number 10. We're getting into the top 10 now.
Oh boy.
All righty. It's going to be a little harder to argue with these. Number 10. Rich Mullins. And the reason?
You said probably the most talented.
Now, I'm going to just give you one song and you're going to agree.
Okay.
I'm trying to think how it goes.
Oh, okay. I was like, now you're like, but I don't know the song. It's the most talented, but I don't know the song.
The Lord wasn't joking when he kicked him out of Eden.
But Our God is an awesome God. Okay.
That song alone does it.
Did he write that song? Is he the original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rich Mullins, yes.
Well, then that was a good one.
And that's it.
That's all he needed was that one song.
That song alone put him in the top 10.
I remember. I think every Christian knows that song. So yeah, we'll have to stick him up there.
All right, and then number 9.
Let's see. You have the Gaithers, the greatest family affair in Christendom. Okay.
You have to go with that.
Okay.
Number 8.
Yep. Larnell Harris.
Again, great in the 90s. Not so much after that, but through the 90s, to the late 80s and 90s, he was the number 1 male vocalist for many years.
Yeah. Yeah, I know his name.
Okay. And then number
7. My peeps. Mercy Me.
Yes, Mercy Me is just awesome. But what reason do I have?
You have greatest writing for the greatest lead singer. Yeah.
Gotta go with that.
Yeah.
You can't argue with that at all.
I mean, they have some great songs.
Great songs.
They have some really good ones.
Great ones, yeah.
That are just good to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Word of God speak. Come on, somebody. I mean, that's my jam. Is Word of God
Word of God
speak.
yes.
And then my last music segment, maybe 2 ago, I did Finally Home. I mean, you get some of those.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I Can Only Imagine. I mean, that's everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite, but everybody loves it, so we'll give it to them.
Yeah.
They made a movie and everything, and it's fine. It was a great movie, but...
And that song, I guess what everybody would say their best song was.
Yeah.
I Can Only
People
Imagine.
would say. I mean, lyrically wise, it was great. The idea of it was great.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, I like their other songs too. But yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of them they're just great. They're nice and catchy and just great.
They are, yeah. I like his voice.
So who in the world could be better than Mercy Me?
Let's see that.
It's gonna get hard to argue with these.
Okay.
So number 6.
Okay. Carmen.
Oh, there's not a teenager in the 1990s that would disagree.
A teenager, a young preteen. Yes, we did love Carmen back in the day.
But look at the reason also.
Yes, you wrote the best diversified blend in Christendom.
Carmen can sing in any venue you want. he can sing in contemporary. Mm-hmm. He can rap.
He did. He did do his rapping.
He can sing rhythm and blues. He can sound country.
Yeah.
Carmen had the whole package. And the biggest thing of all, a lot of people overlook it, he can entertain kids.
He could.
That's huge.
He did. He kept kids entertained and interested. So
that's huge.
That is big. Go Carmen. He's legendary too.
All right, number 5. Now in the top 5.
I don't even know the number 5 person.
James Cleveland. Well, he's been dead now for 20-some years, I think.
Okay.
He's known as the Reverend,
Mm-hmm.
and he's definitely a legend. And more or less, he would more find him in, of course, among the African American culture. But still, I think he was definitely known worldwide.
Yeah.
Well, so he's in the top 5. Then number 4, you can't argue with it. You can't argue with it.
Okay, Michael W. Smith. I would agree.
And reason?
Most consistent chart topper.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah. Michael W. Smith. He's just a name in Christianity. Music, you know him.
Yep, it's been that
Michael
way
W.
for about
Smith.
4 decades. 3 or 4 decades.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got good stuff.
Yeah.
He does. You're missing somebody on this list. I just thought about that.
I'm probably missing several people.
Who's Michael W. Who's the guy who kind of has a softer voice, plays with the piano a lot? Like his voice in the piano. He's got an M name. It begins with an M. That's why I'm thinking of it, like Michael W. Smith. But it's like you know what I'm talking about? He plays with the piano and he has a softer voice, but he has got a ton of songs.
Something like a Michael W. Smith?
Yeah, but I can't think of his name. It begins with an M.
I can't.
I'm going to have to think about it. I'm going to have to... Who's the guy who sings... Unless this is Michael W. Smith. Who's the guy who sings... Maybe it's Michael W. Smith. Looking for a reason.
Michael W.
Okay. Okay. My bad. Okay, so that's who I was thinking of. Because I think... but he's the... but there's somebody else. I'm thinking of. Who?
Well, that was Michael W.
That
Smith.
one was Michael W. Smith. Yeah. That was a good one.
Looking for a reason. That's Michael W. Smith.
Yeah. But there's somebody. Maybe it's Michael. I'm gonna have to come back to that. I feel like there's somebody else, but yes, Michael W. Smith. Very good. Okay.
Okay, number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Sandy Patty. Now, I think, and I heard, um, Wally on the radio the other day. Um, uh, because Patty, Sandy Patty, she's of course, I guess she's still singing, but it just doesn't have the same height that she had back in the '90s, and then I think some in the '80s as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Let me see. I'm trying to find.
She was I remember her name from when I was younger. I don't know that I would know a lot of her songs, I guess. But I do know her name, so I know she was pretty popular, at least kind of back in the day. You can't play any music on there, it'll get copyrighted.
Oh, but I'll show that to you later.
Yeah, okay.
Because yeah, okay, because yeah.
What song was it?
It was a Sandy Patty.
Well,
Well,
the name of the song.
well, it was a segment on the Wally show. Well, like my dad did, but it was a segment where they was doing like, I think, Flashback Friday or something like that, and they had like songs from back in the '90s. That they had 3 songs back in the '90s, and they would let callers call in, and when the callers call in, they would pick the best one that they want, and of course, between, I forget who the other 2 artists were, because each one of them had picked an artist back in that day, and of course, the artist that called in picked Sandy Patty, so so
Sandy Patty.
yeah, and look at the reason.
Sweetest, most charming voice in Christian music.
Period. Period. Period.
Okay, all right.
Is there a voice sweeter and more charming than Sandy Patty's? I mean, other than yours, but I mean,
Well, thanks, Dad. Thanks, yeah.
But if you really listen to her voice, it'll just mesmerize you. Okay, so then number 2.
Number 2.
You can't argue with it.
No, Kirk Franklin.
And the reason.
You said revolutionized Christian music, which he did.
For those of you who think gospel music has gone too far. GP.
Yes. Yes. Kirk Franklin. I mean, Kirk Franklin and the Family.
Yeah.
Even like his first album, his second album, fire. And like all the songs, the things with like his first few albums, like all but maybe one song was amazing. Not just good, amazing.
Amazing, yeah. Yep.
Good, yeah.
Hard to argue
Solid.
with it. But goodness, now you're down
to your number 1.
to the number 1 Christian artist in order from the history of Christian music. So who is number 1?
Go ahead, Dad.
Well,
It's just...
say it with your voice.
Oh, well, no, well, I was going to let you reveal,
Reveal
your
number
number
one.
1, but I mean, I can reveal your number 1.
No, and again, you can argue, and again, this is just an opinion, but it'd have to be the Queen of Gospel, Mahalia Jackson.
I see your reasoning. Voice shatters glass.
Did you ever notice? I think it was they had some commercial or something or they used her voice
Did they?
Yeah, that shattered glass or something like that.
That's funny.
So there you have it.
Miss Jackson, which everybody's heard of her too. I mean, I don't know that I know a lot of her songs, but I do know her name.
Yeah.
And
she was like way before your time. So
yeah.
And if you're still hearing about it, and if you still know it, even if it was before your time. So there's your top 30 Christian artists in history
from
history
like
of
the
Christian
2000s back. Because you almost have to update. I mean, it's kind of hard to include
I don't have no clue who was before them.
Well, you said before them. No, well, like it's hard to include newer people too because they have to stand the test of time a little bit. But there's still some good peeps. And it's almost because we're almost in a different era too of Christian music as far as like we've got at least in like the 2010s, we have a lot of the like the Hillsong and the Elevation Worship and the just what's the other big, all the big groups. But you like we have to start thinking about like Maverick City. I don't know if you've gotten into Maverick City, but they started popping off a couple years ago. I like Brandon Lake. He's been my dude lately. I like his stuff. So there's some newer artists too, but for our 2000s and back, it's a pretty solid list.
Pretty solid.
For like my childhood and high school
time
frame.
Yeah, now if you made a new list in 5 years or so, Hillsong Worship will definitely probably be in the top. Of course, with just one song, Oceans.
Oceans,
that's timeless. Yeah,
that took over for a while. Yeah, good stuff. Well, yeah, so that's our our music segment. We did a lengthy music segment. If you have anyone who you think should be on that list, I'll try to. I'll make a comment on Instagram and you can, or I'll put a post on there and you can leave a comment, or if you agree or have any shout outs, feel free to leave anything like that. But that's our music segment for this time. Anything else you want to add to our music stuff, Dad? Any honorable mentions or anything like that?
No,
no honorable mentions. I have to throw out some honorable mentions. I got to throw out like Tam LeMan, Tasha Cobbs.
Excuse me.
And I think that'll be it for now. There's a lot of good ones out there, though. But, yeah, if you have some honorable mentions, feel free to add them.
Unless you're, if you're talking about new artists, definitely not up on all the new ones out there.
Yeah. It takes me a little while, too.
Yeah.
I don't listen to the radio as much. But I think even the radio plays older artists, though, sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to get on with my music. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks for joining me for the music segment, Dad.
I don't know how you get me to do these, but somehow.
You're funny. It's because you love me.
Oh,
that's why.
Yeah,
but all right,
I'll take $1 million. I mean,
Dad.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. That was our music segment. Till next time. Bye, y'all. Hey guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. It was a blast having that music segment with Dad. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. I love having conversations with Dad, period, right? But it's so much fun when I get a chance to share them with you guys on the podcast. So thank you, Dad, for coming on, and thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you all have an amazing next couple of weeks. This next episode, I plan to talk about my recent trip to the UK. Whoop, whoop. So that one should be pretty fun. So keep an eye out for that, and I will see you guys in a couple weeks.